Okay, I'm going to be doing this handprint project with my daughter today. We're going to paint her hand, put it right there, make a little flower. It says growing like a wildflower. I love this project. It's on my Etsy shop if you would like to do this one. But the tips that I want to give today, you can really use for any handprint project that you're doing at home with your child. There's lots of fun things you can find out there where you're turning their handprint into animals or whatever. So these tips should help in any situation where you're trying to get a handprint onto a paper and have it for a scrapbook, a picture frame, a card, anything like that. So the very first thing that I always like to do when doing a handprint project with my child is make sure that I'm using this type of a paper. It's a paint pad paper, so it's actually paper in here, but it's for watercolor or acrylic paint, which we're going to use acrylic paint as well. Acrylic paint is permanent, and I would not normally let my toddler use acrylic paint, but I'm going to be the one painting her hand and putting her handprint on there. And so I'm going to be the one in control of the paint, so it's okay. And it will also soak into the paper nicely and make a good print so that it's not all smudgy and smeary and stuff like that, like a washable paint would be. So this pad is a 9 by 12 inch. The paper I cut down using a little paper slicer like this. If you scrapbook, you might own one of these. You can also do it with scissors. I cut it down to 8.5 by 11 so that it would just go through my regular printer. And I do have some fun handprint project printables on my Etsy shop. They're all sized to be 8.5 by 11. So you're not going to want to trim these down to an 8 by 10. The reason that I did that is to give lots of space for a good sized handprint. If you have a bigger child, you'll see my daughter is 2 and her handprint takes up most of this paper. So you're not going to want to size it down much unless you're doing like a newborn or a really small baby. Next is our acrylic paint. Any brand, doesn't matter. She wanted purple, so that's what we're going to do. And always make sure that you have with you baby wipes. You want them on the table right next to you to clean her hand up right after she's done, before she walks away from the table or anything like that. We wipe really good with a baby wipe and then go and wash her hands. So yeah, that's my tips. Make sure the right paper, cut it down to the right size. Make sure you're using acrylic paint. If you don't have a paint pad type paper, the next best thing that I would really suggest is actually construction paper. I know a lot of people recommend cardstock, but cardstock can be a little more slick. The paint pad and paper and construction paper are both more fibrous, and so they soak up the paint a little bit better than any other paper would. So, all right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go get my daughter and do her handprint. Okay, you ready? Yeah. Can I have your hand? Which hand? Which hand are we doing? That one? This one? Can you see it? I'm gonna put paint on it first. Ready? What color are we doing? What color is this? Purple. Okay, ready? Let me put your hand down. You ready to look up? Yay! I'm just gonna do one hand.